everyone. Welcome to The More You Know, The Better It Tastes, the podcast of San Antonio restaurants and the flavors of Texas. And I am Susie Alfredo here with my business partner.
I'm Alan Williams.
And we have an amazing guest.
Susie, I am so excited for today.
I know, me too.
Yes. So we have Derek Sanchez. He is the owner of Mia Marco's Pizza. Not Marco's Pizza, Mia Marco's Pizza. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell you, we'll get into it really deep, but why he's special. He is a 3-time world champion pizza maker.
Yeah, and and for those of you listening in, if you don't understand the hugeness, for a better word, of that, it is a huge deal. I mean, we just as a pizza maker. I'm not a pizza maker, but talking with pizza makers and who have been a part of these championship, competitions and things like that. It's like several thousand chefs from all over the world who are the best at their craft, who are competing against each other.
So is your head big enough now?
Seriously,
good,
I am so excited. I was the very first time when I realized, and Alan came to me and said, "Yeah, we have a meeting with Derek, and he's a world champ." I was like, "What?" I was so excited. It's so cool to have you here.
Welcome.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
We're so glad to have you here.
Oh, man, it's an honor. Thank you so much.
I can't wait to dig into this and learn all about you and everything. Yeah. So since you're on camera, we see your doctor, Derek Sanchez. So I thought you're a pizza maker. What's this doctor business?
Yeah, I have my
doctor of pizza.
That's what I'm called on. I've had some buddies say, "Hey, man, you need a." There's some people that call themselves like Dr. Pizza or Dr. Pizza.
Right, right.
And then one of my good friends out of Las Vegas goes, "Man, you need to change your name to the real Dr. Pizza." On Instagram, I'm real Dr. Pizza.
Are you really?
I love that. I love it.
I love it.
So do you get bugged to bring pizza to work?
All the time.
I'm sure.
All the time. I'm a doctor of physical therapy. I've been in Schertz, Texas for just right up the road for, I guess, right at 20 years now.
Okay.
But I've been treating patients there for 20 years and went to school to be a physical therapist and with a background in research. So.
Right.
Wow. And so that's pretty amazing. So you just do that on the side, or do you do pizza on the side? Which one do you do on the side?
Right now, I can't figure it out.
Right. Exactly. So you grew up. I know that you had amazing cooking in your home. And
I did.
So talk about that a little.
So my mom's from Vicenza, Italy, and I was born at Fort Sam Houston here in San Antonio, in the military base.
Yeah.
And then I grew up eating classic homemade Italian food all the time.
Yeah.
Well, my friends, different, there's so many different colors and races on a military base. So I go to my Korean friend's house and have Korean food. I go to my German friend's house and have German food. And but I grew up eating just phenomenal Italian food.
Yeah. So is that what inspired you to, or what was it that made you say pizza?
It wasn't my mom's cooking, but
you probably didn't appreciate the cooking as much as you would now. Because she's gone, right?
Oh, right, yeah. She's home with Daddy. So, so I grew up close enough to Windsor Park Mall. San Antonians, all of us, real San Antonians, we know where Windsor Park is, right?
Absolutely.
So underneath, you drive underneath where there was parking, there's 2 levels where like wards and stuff was. You go underneath. And they had the movie theater there, Aladdin's Castle. You go play arcade. And then right across was Lucas Pizzeria.
I remember Lucas.
Remember Lucas, right? So my parents, of course, the owner, I forgot his name, but I know their last name, right? So their owner, Luca was their last name. The owner was from close to where my mom grew up in Italy.
Oh, okay.
And then they moved to New York and started pizzerias there and then ultimately came to San Antonio. But we would go with my parents, and they would drink coffee and smoke cigarettes in the mall.
Yeah.
And I would get my slice of pizza and then go play games. And so they would hang out with the owners, right? And my mom and my dad would hang out. And I just remember that glorious cheese slice, So that really set the tone for me getting back into pizza about 20 or so years ago.
Yeah.
I wanted that slice. Right.
It just was different. It tasted different. It was.
Man, they had it right. Lucas Pizzeria had it right.
Okay.
And to me at that age, and it was just fond memories of me being with my mom and my dad. I lost my dad at a really young age. My mom passed away about, I guess, right around 10 years ago or so. But I grew up eating that pizza. My dad passed away. I moved to a little town in South Texas called Three Rivers, Texas. Great people there too. I was really blessed to end up there somehow.
Yeah.
But when I was old enough to buy my car, I bought a car, and the first thing I did was drive back to San Antonio, and I went to Lucas. Well, they were closed down.
Oh.
Right. So I always wanted that pizza
Yeah.
back. So everywhere I traveled, everywhere I went, I would go get a slice of pizza, and I'm looking for that flavor. I could
Yeah.
never find it.
Wow.
So ultimately I did, and it prompted me to say, hey, man, I can't drive to West Texas to get pizza.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, it was in West Texas that
Yeah.
I got the slice. And
Wow,
I said, I
interesting.
got to do this on my own. I got to make it.
Yeah.
So 20 years ago, I started making pizza at home.
Okay. Just
and
experimenting
Just
and
experiment,
trying.
researching. And my science background led me into not Italian baking, but German and French baking.
Really interesting.
Yeah. So my dough concept really is German and French more so than traditional Italian style.
Why?
Right.
I don't understand. Why is that? Where did that come from?
I'll make a lot of people mad by saying this, but I really believe the Germans and the French are the best bakers in the world.
Nice. Yeah.
I can see the
Yeah,
German part of it. I mean, the French part of it.
Yeah, the Germans are phenomenal bakers. They are to the point exactly. Everything is to the gram, to the half a gram.
Yeah.
Everything is specific temperatures, times.
Wow.
The Germans really are really cool at what they do in the baking. So, digging into research and leading my dough in the direction I wanted to go in, it led me down the path of following Germans. Of course, Italians, there's some tradition you have to use
Yeah.
to get your science right.
Yeah.
But with the Germans and the Italians, the Germans and the French.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah.
That's so cool. So we met your pizza chef, and he's somebody that you've grew up with.
I met him in high school, right? And then we went to college together. And even back then, he goes, "Hey, let's open up a pizzeria."
Oh wow.
So here we are.
Yeah.
And here we
Yeah,
are.
Cool.
and Joey's really good. He's also in competitions. He always gets third, second,
Yeah.
fourth. He's always in the top 10. So he's a phenomenal pizza baker too.
Wow, that's pretty good, and to tie in together.
Yeah. Exactly.
So we moved so fast into the pizza, and I want to get back to it again. But let's talk. So Mia Marco's Pizza is at 15939 IH 35. You're in Selma, right? Is that Selma?
Yes, sir.
And it's Evans Road. There's a bridge, so you don't see the exit for Evans, but that's where it is, right? It's
Right.
Evans and 35, and that's where your location
Right.
is at.
You just when you're going 35 north, you would exit Selma.
Okay.
There's just so much construction right
There
now.
is, yeah.
You got to exit like you're going to Costco, and
Okay.
just stay on the feeder road and take the turnaround.
And so you started, I think, as a food truck.
Yes.
Started in my garage,
Yeah.
right?
And-
And then went to a food truck.
Uh-huh. And then you bought this property, or you moved into this property where
Right.
there's two buildings. One of them is your kitchen.
Right.
And you've been open there for a while now, right?
2 years.
Okay.
So we got out of the food truck and we've been there 2 years. The house they wouldn't let us bake out of, so we had to build a kitchen outside.
Oh, you built that. I didn't
We
know
built
that.
it, yes, sir.
Okay. And so that's already there. It's been there. You can go pick up a pie to go, or you can sit on one of the tables outside and,
Right.
and eat.
Yeah. There's an outdoor patio.
Yeah.
Right.
But you're getting ready to open a dining room that'll be inside. That's the original building that was there.
That's
correct?
right. It's an old house,
Uh-huh.
and we just kind of fixed it up a little bit. We want it, Texas old house style, where people can relax. And, you just go and sit down and have a pie or beer, wine, or whatever you want. And,
Yeah.
we want it relaxing, and you really do enjoy the food.
Yeah. But even your outdoor patio area, a lot of people will come and order pizzas, and they'll
We
sit
do.
out
It
there.
gets
and,
full.
Yeah.
It gets full. They enjoy it. It's noisy because of the highway and all the
Right.
construction. We apologize for that. We've gotten some bad reviews on that, but man, we're focused on pizza.
Yeah.
We're sorry about that, but it's not our fault.
what can you do?
There's nothing I
right?
can do.
Right.
Yeah.
The pizza
Yeah.
still tastes good.
Exactly.
It might be noisy, but the pizza still
What is your timeline for opening the dining room?
We're looking at a couple weeks.
Oh, wow.
I think we can get open in a couple weeks.
So it could be, because I don't know when this podcast will be released, but it could be about the time we release this.
Oh, cool.
We'll get it out there. So, yeah. So, I want to really dig into this pizza thing. So, as a doctor, you're really into research.
I love research.
And so that's really kind of what happened. You researched the pizza, and that's where you found the way the Germans and the French were doing it.
Right.
Was it the fermentation process? Is that what they were doing that you learned from them, or?
Man, it's everything.
Everything.
So it's how you bake it. It's how you rest it. It's how you fold it. You got to get the right bacteria in there. That's a big challenge. you can't really control bacteria. You have to control the environment for the bacteria. It's, the yeast, right amount of yeast, time, temperature. I mean, it just goes on and on.
Yeah, we had a wonderful opportunity to kind of tour your baking area, your kitchen area, and that was one of the things that I thought was so cool. It's such a cool space anyway, but everything, like you said, is so is temperature controlled, and is every part of it is controlled. And I think that was really cool. You can see the research and the process that you went through to put that together.
Yeah, it's temperature controlled in there, and certain types of wood we use, and it's like making dough is kind of like, to a researcher, someone that's really into dough, is kind of like hanging a carrot in front of a horse. We're always trying to reach that perfect dough, and manipulating things and writing down things and say, the temperature outside was this, the humidity was this, what salt did we use? Did that salt come out? It's fun.
Yeah,
so
it
does change. It changes based on the weather outside.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you're going to do it right. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's interesting. We talk, of course, talk to a lot of chefs, and a lot of the culinary chefs, they will not touch baking at all. They're just like, no way, no how, because it's a whole different science.
Yes. What's fun though is it's hard to teach the culture of pizza where people aren't used to the culture. If you go to New York, or you go to the meccas of the pizza world, people understand pizza culture. They understand what's good, and when you come to San Antonio and we're doing what we do, it's a different gig. It's people want it fast, and they want it done.
Yeah.
They're really looking for a fast service.
Yeah.
Pizza. They just sauce, cheese. It doesn't matter. Throw some pepperoni on there. We're good. It's pizza. And then over there, it's just a different culture. We're trying to teach people what really, really good pizza is. And people are starting to understand. They're seeing like Dave Portnoy come out, and they're seeing other stuff come out online, and the internet is educating these people.
Sure. Well, and education is key. That's why we started this podcast. We have this amazing opportunity to learn. So for us, it's a whole other experience, and that's exactly what we wanted to do. So tell us about the name of your restaurant. How did that come about?
Mia Marco's Pizza. So Joey and I said, well, we have this pizza. We're making phenomenal pizza. What are we going to name the place? And then Joe goes, just name it after your kids. I said, oh, man, let's do it. So
I love that.
I have a daughter, Mia, and then Marco. Just named it after them. Mia
and it
Marco's
sounds
Pizza.
so Italian.
We named them after that.
Yeah. Did you name that before the chain Marco's came out, or about the same time, or what? Because I think some people get confused on that.
They do get confused. Yeah, I think they might have been before us. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure on that, but they get confused. And I've had some advice from people in the pizza world. Say, man, you need to change your name. And I'm like, well, no,
it's my kids.
It's okay. If,
Yeah.
And then, we've gotten some bad reviews. People think we're Marco's Pizza.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, that's
it's like, no, we're Mia Marco's. Yeah.
They'll take a picture of a pizza and put it on Google. I'm like, that's not our pizza.
Right.
That's not us.
Yeah.
That's okay. They'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I'm so sorry. So going back to the dough that Alan brought up, it's your dough making process is unique. I've never heard of another pizzeria who takes the time that you take to ensure that dough is perfect every time.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but I'm not in there to make 10,000 pizzas or make $1 billion. What we're really trying to do what's super good. And I have friends with the same philosophy. I mean, when you start doing what you do, you start hanging around people that have your same philosophy, and you start seeing what they do, and you learn from them. And I mean, I've been around some pizza makers that would blow your mind. I mean, they're really truly the best guys in the world and women in the world. I've learned from them just being and watching what they do. So it's not easy, but I don't think greatness is, right? If you're going to do something great, it's going to be a little hard. And once again, nothing to all those people that want to make a lot of numbers and running their pizza through a conveyor belt, and that's nothing wrong with that. That's their style, but our style is different.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what we try to do is different.
What is your style? What kind of pizza are you making?
So our target pizza is a classic New York style pizza. It has some hints of a New Haven style, so we bake it super high temperature, and we want it nice and crispy.
Can you say what temperature that is?
We bake around 625, 650-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was telling somebody the other day, I thought it was 500 and something, which is surprising. I thought it would be higher than that. So 6, that makes more sense.
So we'll adjust that oven. Sometimes that oven, it's a great oven. Pizza Master, MPM Food
It's
Company.
impressive.
Those guys, that oven to me I love that thing, man. It is like the Ferrari of ovens, and we can control every variable on it. When that thing spikes up, we got to cut down to 550, 5 whatever.
Gotcha.
We're kind of messing with the temperatures all the time. So
Yeah, and so your dough fermentation process, it's a 5-day process. It's not a 24-hour or a 48-hour. It's a 5-day process.
Right. We want to serve it 4 to 5 days. Sometimes we serve it 3, but we have to do stuff to get it to where we want it at that 3-day.
Yeah.
When we get super busy, we'll see how we do. There's some hacks and stuff we can do to get it faster, but
Sure.
we think the best dough, because it's naturally fermented. We think
what does that mean, naturally fermented?
We don't use yeast, so we use a starter culture. So we have a natural starter culture that we make, and we use that to ferment our dough.
Something that I loved when we had a conversation recently, and something that I loved was learning and you were right. You mentioned that when you eat your pizza, you'll feel, of course you're going to feel stuffed, especially if you eat like 6 or 7 slices now.
Yeah.
You're going to feel full, but you're not going to feel sick. And you were so right, because a lot of people, unfortunately, they will have pizza and they're like, I feel so after, but you don't feel that way.
It's right. Yeah, pizza or bread, right? When it's made too fast, and it's made with sugar, if people, sugar's for cakes, right? So that's what we always say. When you put sugar in your dough, or when you start the process of fermentation, yeast will go to its easiest path, and it will eat the sugar or eat the starches of the flour. So you're not fermenting the flour; you're fermenting sugar,
Yeah.
right? Which produces gases.
Right.
So that leaves the flour left over for you to eat. You eat
And
this
then
stuff.
you're fermenting yourself
and you
in your
ferment
gut.
it in your gut. That's exactly right. So you blow up, right?
Get all
So
bloated.
if you ever, that's cool, because if you ever go to a pizzeria and we make dough fresh every single day, I'm like, well, you don't make wine fresh every single day.
Right,
you don't
right,
make
yeah.
cheese fresh every single day. So you're fermenting bread the same as wine or cheese or anything else, and it needs time and it needs temperature.
Yeah, so they're bragging about it, but it's not really a good thing.
It's not a good thing. I mean, would you go to a winery and say, hey, let's have a glass of wine? We made it
Today's
fresh today.
wine.
It's
Yeah,
fresh
yeah, right.
wine. Come on in.
Exactly, right.
I want
It's
the
like, no, yeah,
30-year-old
that's
wine.
right.
I don't want the fresh day.
Right, right.
So, fermentation is fermentation, whether it's alcohol or whether it's bread or anything else. It's a God-given time to ferment, and it's on purpose, and it's for your gut.
Yes.
And gut health is very important.
So important.
Right.
Would you say, is the dough the most important part, or what's the most important part that makes a great pizza?
All of it.
Okay.
All of it. They're a union of 3 things: cheese, sauce, and bread, that have to be right. But the science, most of the science, and most pizza makers will tell you that it is dough, right? I mean, that's what we do. I don't make the tomatoes, right? We season the tomatoes, and you got to get the right ones.
Yeah, but you still bring all that ingredient in fresh, and you,
Right.
and that makes a big difference.
Cheese is important. We have the specific, a specific kind of cheese we use. We won't share that, right?
Yeah.
So, and then the specific kind of tomatoes we use, the people we buy them from know who what tomatoes we use, and then our dough process. But California tomatoes with a blend of Italian tomatoes to get the right flavor that we're looking for. Everybody's palates. I mean, y'all had the tomatoes. Y'all had the difference between a 2-hour tomato
and a 4-hour.
and just 4-hour rest, right? There's a huge difference.
Yes. Yep.
But there's some science involved in that. But really, everything, Alan, is that dough, man.
Yeah, I mean, you even taken the time to go and visit the tomato groves and the wheat fields and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, I've been to both. I've actually, on our tomatoes, what we use, I've been to both plants in Italy and in California.
Wow.
Right? So it's phenomenal. These 2 people and the owners of these companies are just beautiful people. They have a passion for their product like we have a passion for our pizza.
Yeah.
And those are the products we like to use. Like when I go and see these guys, I'm looking at how passionate are they about their olive oil, about their tomatoes, about their cheese, about their flour. How passionate are these guys? Because that's how we are about our pizza. It's weird.
No.
To a lot of people, it's weird, but we're going to do it right or we're not going to do it.
I think it's so cool. Yeah.
So in addition to, as you're making the dough, in order, you're not using the yeast, you're using what do you call it? A natural
natural starter, right?
But then
it's like a sourdough.
Okay.
But it's not sour.
Right.
Yeah. And so this is some of the things that make the very best pizza. And you're so unique in San Antonio that nobody else is doing it the way you're doing, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I wanted to go back. We were talking about the type of pizza. You said it's a mixture, kind of a New York, but also New Haven style. But didn't you also make a Roman pizza, which I had never heard of until you talked about the Roman pizza?
We did.
So what other pizzas do you have?
Well, we can. I'm confident we can make any style. So we can make a Detroit. We can make a cracker thin. We can make a Roman. We can make a Neapolitan.
What is the Roman? For a lot of people may not know.
Okay, so a Roman style pizza.
Because that's one of the championships you won is for a Roman pizza.
It is. A Roman style pizza is normally cooked in a pan. Pizza taglia is what they call it, pizza in a pan, or they cook it on a deck, or straight, stretched out pizza on a deck. And a Roman style pizza is much like almost like a focaccia. Focaccia bread. It's crispy on the outside.
Is it the same as a Detroit? Probably not as thick, right?
It's different than Detroit. It's less dense, and it's cooked over a bigger pan.
Right.
It's fairly like a Detroit, but it's crispy top, bottom, very soft on the inside, like a focaccia.
Sounds so good.
A lot of dough development in there, a lot of webbing dough development. So it's almost croissant-like.
Yeah. So we had a chance to, feel and smell and pull apart some of the fresh dough.
Yeah.
So interesting.
Different.
So different. Yeah.
Right.
The texture, and like you said, when you pull it apart, the webbing that was, and just such a cool experience. The smell.
What is the World Championship of Pizza?
Sure.
How did you get into that, and where is it at? What does it really mean? What is the world champion of what? Or is it the flavor? You throwing it higher up in the air? What are you doing?
They have different competitions. So they have tossing competitions. I mean, I think they even have I know they have box folding competitions, but I think we're all of the. I didn't know a whole lot about the pizza world. There's people in there that sacrifice their cars for.
It's very competitive, right?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But the World Pizza Championship to win like best of the best or Pizza Maker of the Year, it's just extremely hard to do. Thousands of different styles, thousands of different pizzas, different judges move in and out. So you got to have a little luck, and then or you got to be blessed, and then you got to make a really good pizza. They have it in Las Vegas. They'll do it in Italy, different competitions. And they'll also do it. They were doing it in New York for a little bit.
So can the public go and watch as well, or no?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people show up to watch.
Yeah, I bet that's
pretty
cool.
It's cool, especially when you get like closer to the final table, right? And then the final competition is like a chop.
So do you make your pizza there, or do you?
So I brought my dough. Used to everybody would make their dough there, but I'm an environment
with your
guy.
process, yeah, exactly.
Wrong environment for me. I'm going to bring it from my environment.
Yeah.
So I have some special ways to transfer the dough and make sure it's not over fermenting. And
I bet TSA had fun looking at your dough. What is this you're trying to bring?
I competed in Argentina.
Oh, okay.
I went to Argentina to compete. And Joey and I, this is no joke, we were actually so good at the competition, they wouldn't let us be in the finals.
Wow.
So it was like, well, man, you guys kill everybody. You're too good. Let's back y'all out. I'm like, we're here to win. I don't want to come to Argentina.
Yeah, exactly.
That really happened. Yeah, it really happened.
Wow.
And I talked to the head judge. I said, put Joey in. At least put Joey in. I mean, dude, so they put him in, right? And they made him last place in the finals. But he killed it. I mean, the pizza was, golly, it was phenomenal.
Wow. Wow.
But competitions were fun. They were part of my life, and I used them to market. I wanted to win one to market the business, but when you win one, and then I wanted to challenge myself to never win in the same category.
Okay.
A lot of people will win multiple, but they keep presenting the same pizza and doing the same thing. I wanted to try to win every single category, right? And I didn't do that, but I won three of them.
So did you realize and understand the gravity of this competition when you went in?
No. Not really. It was after a while you back out and see who you're competing against, and you're like, these dudes are awesome.
Yeah.
Like these guys are no joke. They're just as passionate as you. They work just as hard as you. They're tormented with pizza and getting the right win or the right thing to do,
Sure.
the right thing to do it to win. I don't know about tormented, but they're very passionate, right?
For sure.
They go all in, and I have a lot of respect for a lot of those guys, man. Once you start getting in there and you start doing it, you're like, man, these guys are so good.
Yeah.
You know.
So your Italian win, tell that story. It's such a good story.
That was a Roman pizza championship in Las Vegas. Well, that was at the World Championship, so they have different categories. And Roman was brand new, so nobody's ever done it before. And from what I was told is Italy sent some of their best pizza makers to try to win this. They have a lot of pride in their pizza.
Of course.
Rightfully so. It was invented there. So a couple of companies hired these pizza makers to get them to America to win this competition. They didn't want to lose it. So I got in and I had started working on Roman. I thought it was going to be the next big thing. You know, Detroit was huge for a while.
Right.
I thought Roman was going to be the next big thing, and I think it's coming on. People don't know about it. It's
You're
going to
just
come
ahead
on
of
later.
time, yeah.
But so I wanted to learn it. So I started messing with it way before this. I didn't even know they're going to have a competition. And then I reached out to a guy who's a master at Roman, Massimo. This guy named Massimo. He's a master at Roman. He goes around the world teaching Roman pizza. And I signed up for his class, and I learned some hand techniques from him. I ferment my dough differently than he does, but I learned how to use, there's a certain way you use your hands on it, and there's certain techniques you use for Roman. And I learned it from him, and then I went and competed, and with his help and a couple other people's help, and then me just busting my butt. I beat all these people.
And you mentioned something about an apricot that you were influenced by a vendor on a street in Italy.
Yeah. So I ate some bread. I was visiting some family, and the guy on the street fermented his bread with fruit. And then I talked to another buddy in New York who's a really, really like a famous pizza maker and a super good guy, man. His name is Andrew Scudero, just a great human being, phenomenal pizza maker. I learned a lot from him, but he started fermenting bread with fruit water. And I said, man, if I'm going to beat these people, I better have something different. And it better be out of this world. No way can I go against these guys without having world-class stuff. So I started practicing fermenting breads with fruit water. And my pizza presented was an apricot preserve and smoked pepper bacon. Wow. And I fermented my dough with apricots. So I fermented it with fruit water, right? So, and it came out, and it kind of had an apricot liqueur taste, a lot of sugar alcohols in the bread, and it was phenomenal. I got lucky.
Yeah.
It came out at the right time.
I love when you had told the story before. I loved, it made me laugh because you said, here's, of course, like you said, I mean, these are world-class chefs, these are, and here's this guy from Texas, and you're like, you won. And
last name Sanchez. They don't like that
exactly,
too much, right?
Right.
Although I come from I'm more Italian than most of those guys, believe it or not. But, they don't like
so
it when
cool.
the Sanchez from Texas wins.
I mean, you also won for gluten-free pizza.
I won for gluten-free pizza. I made that a focaccia style to the gluten-free, and we do that same with we do
cool.
all of our gluten-free is Detroit. So
wow.
I made a Roman gluten-free.
Definitely want to try that.
So yeah, it came out nice.
Wow, very good.
Exciting.
Well, this is absolutely fascinating, but we're going to have to stop here and take a break.
Yes.
So Mia Marco's Pizza at 15939 I-35, right at the corner of I-35 and Evans Road. Great place. This is the best pizza in the city, and it's proven by a 3-time world championship, Derek Sanchez, and we will be right back to learn more about it. Susie, one of our biggest audience members is restaurant owners or people that are thinking about getting into restaurants. Yes. And from talking to them, the biggest issue they have in running a restaurant is their POS system.
Absolutely. It's such an important, of course, part of being a restaurant owner.
Yeah, and some of them they're just these big behemoth software companies that do so much it just gets... San Antonio POS is who we recommend because San Antonio POS is locally owned, locally managed, and you get local service.
Absolutely. I mean, we've heard some restaurant owners who have been in such a pickle. They've needed to get a representative out there to fix something on their POS system because it is so important, and they haven't been able to get a hold of somebody or get somebody out there. They'll tell them it's 3 days before we can get somebody out there, and that is not workable. Where with San Antonio POS, because they are local, they're there and ready to help.
They're right away. San Antonio POS uses SkyTab, which is a software that was made for the hospitality industry, and it has everything you already want. But the first thing that our friend David Dyken that owns San Antonio POS, he'll come out and he'll sit with you and find out exactly what your processes are and design it for your restaurant.
Yeah, and one of the reasons, because we are really picky about who we work with, even sponsors. We want to make sure that they are.
You're not picky. You work with me.
Yeah. I'm very picky.
All right.
But David is amazing. He has a heart like we do, as far as the restaurant owners go, where he really cares and he goes in there. He wants the restaurant to succeed.
And he's been doing this more than 30 years, so he knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing, exactly.
Yeah.
The other cool thing about San Antonio POS is that system is there's no hidden costs.
That's right.
So a lot of different systems, they charge for their gift cards, they charge for loyalty programs, they charge for all of those different types of things where it's all included.
Yeah, and not only that, right now they have a special. If you have a San Antonio POS put into your system, afterwards, you'll get $5,000 back. That helps to cover the cost for your training, helps cover the costs of any downtime that you had while switching. It really is a great opportunity.
It is a great program. Exactly, yeah. So David Dyken is the individual that you want to get a hold of. He owns San Antonio POS, and as we said, amazing fella. And you can go to his website. Alan, his phone number is
210-723-6075.
Make sure you say that San Antonio Restaurants or the Flavors of Texas sent you.
That's right. And you can also go to our website, which is theflavorsoftexas.com. Scroll down to the bottom, and you'll see a banner that says San Antonio POS. Click on that, and it takes you right there.
Absolutely.
All right. And we are back, and we have Derek Sanchez right now with Mia Marco's Pizza. Mia Marco's is a pizza shop right on the corner of 35 and Evans Road that just has serving up some incredible pizzas. And some of the best around. And right now, it's to go only. But about the time this podcast comes out, you're going to have a dining room where you can come sit down and enjoy your pizza there in a nice air-conditioned spot or heated spot, whatever it is, and maybe have a beer, have some wine, whatever, because you're going to have all that. It'll be a regular restaurant at that point.
Right. Well, we want it. Our focus is we're moving it towards like a slice shop, where you can go in and grab a real slice and sit down and enjoy it.
Oh, that's incredible. And there's not a lot in San Antonio.
We're going to do it.
That's really good.
That's our model. So we're really going to be a slice place.
That's really good. That would give us a chance to try different types of pizzas as well.
That's right.
Yeah. So I wanted to look at your menu. I know that one of the things you're very proud of course, we've talked a lot about the dough, but the toppings. Everything you do is the highest quality possible. Use the best tomatoes you can possibly get, and you know exactly what you want.
Right.
But even your pepperoni, you have pepperoni that no one else in the city has, no one else in Texas has. Is that right, or am I?
From what I know.
Okay.
I mean, unless they're selling it to them too, but they won't tell me that. So
Well, and even for example, like Alan said, we've talked about your dough, but even your sauce. I mean, it's a 4-hour process for you to ensure that it is how you want it and it's not acidic and all of those things.
Yeah, we rest our tomatoes. Right, we want to win a smooth, sweet flavor.
Yes.
So it takes time to get there.
It takes time. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people blend their sauce, put it right on the pizza or out of the can.
Right.
I mean, that's fine. It's just we do it different.
Exactly. Yeah. So what would you say is your favorite combination on a pizza?
Cheese.
I love that.
Traditional?
I love it.
Just a slice of cheese pizza. It's my favorite. Yeah. If you can do a cheese right, you can do anything right.
Very true. That's a good point.
I think when you go to New York, a real New Yorker, that's what they're getting, right? The slice of cheese.
Give me a slice. Yeah. I'll take a slice.
Well, when you get to the toppings, you do have some, like we talked a little bit about your pepperoni. It's a cup and char pepperoni, so it kind of turns up and cups a little bit, and it has maybe a little crispiness to it. Is that correct?
Right. It's almost like a texture of a bacon where it's crispy yet tender, right? So.
Yeah. So tell us about your hot honey, because you have a hot honey.
And you're making it in-house.
And you make it in-house.
We make it in-house, yeah.
Yeah.
I could say I'm friends with Mike of Mike's Hot Honey.
Right.
If you want hot honey, you grab that hot honey
right.
because it's awesome, right?
Yeah.
I like Mike a lot. We just do we make it ourselves. It's Texas honey. We buy Texas honey and then make our own honey there, and it's a little hotter than Mike's. I love Mike, but ours is Texas hot. It's gonna light you up.
Yeah.
But it's delicious.
So
It is too, though.
do you have a pizza that it's a hot honey pizza, or does it come, or can you get it as a
Both.
side?
Both.
Oh, okay.
We do a pizza called the Hot Sopressata. And it's an homage to one of my friends in New York, Paulie G. He makes a pizza called a Hellboy, and he uses sopressata and he puts Mike's hot honey on it. Mike used to work for him.
Oh, okay.
So and now he's a multi-millionaire with hot honey.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
So happy for that dude. But we make our own hot honey, and then we have a hot salami, a sopressata. We put it on, and we sell a lot of that pizza. It's
Wow.
delicious. So spicy, salty, umami style flavors.
Sure.
The sweet tomatoes. It's really good. We sell a lot of the hot
Very
sopressata.
cool. Very cool. And you even have a white pizza.
Do a white pizza. We want tradition as much as we can, like some stuff you get in New York, a white pie. We also do just a marinara where we don't have it on the menu, but people just ask for a tomato pie.
Right. Oh,
or just
wow,
a white,
really?
just sauce and garlic.
Interesting.
So we do sauce, shaved garlic, and a little bit of pecorino romano.
Wow.
And that really allows the dough flavors to come out, the tomato flavors. But some people don't like cheese, so they get away with pizza.
So one of the questions I was going to ask you is whether pineapple belonged on pizza or not. But I see you do have a pineapple pizza.
If you pay me, I'll put anything you want on a pizza. People love.
Hey, it's it's not a bad flavor. It's
Yeah.
the sweet and the I don't
It's
know.
a delicious flavor
It
if you
is.
want pineapple on your pizza.
Right.
It's delicious.
I don't know why there's a controversy over it,
I
but
don't
there
know.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do Hawaiian different. A lot of people like ham on their pizza. We don't put ham. We use bacon.
Oh, okay.
So we'll do like a pineapple with bacon. That's our Hawaiian. But if you want pineapple on your pizza and you think it's delicious, then it's delicious.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
And we have no problem with people wanting pineapple on
I didn't
pizza.
realize you had calzones on calzone, but you have a meatball or ricotta. It looks amazing.
Yeah, the meatballs are really good. Everything's homemade. We don't buy meatballs. We make them there.
Wow.
Okay.
We get our pork and our beef from local farmers, and that's one thing that I haven't talked about a lot. We try to make everything fresh. Everything fresh. We don't want secondary food. We want to be a secondary food place.
Mozzarella?
We make it. We make some of it. Some we don't. Some we do. Our fresh mozz, we make it, but we still make it from curd.
Yeah.
So we don't make it from milk. We did. We used to.
Yeah.
It's just too much work.
Well,
That's too much work.
yeah, but it's not necessary probably. There's somebody, they're making those curds, they're fresh, and so then you just take it from there.
If we can't make it as good as them,
Yeah.
I'll just buy it from them, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Drew told
Yeah.
us that Drew Glick owns Max and Louise, and he says, I make everything from scratch if it makes sense. He says,
That's
Ken and
it.
Murray make a really good salad dressing. I don't need to do it. I'll
That's
just
it.
use theirs. So
that's it.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Plus, you have people who say it didn't taste the same as it did last time.
Yeah, we do make our fresh mozzarella fresh though. We stretch it from curd, and and
very
what I do
cool.
like about that is we can add our own salt content.
Yeah.
So we salt it just right. We don't want it too salty, and
Right.
we don't want it too bland either.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking at your mushroom pizza. Why Bobo? It's called a Bobo pizza.
It's named after my sister. I grew up calling my sister Jolene Bobo.
Okay.
It's her favorite pizza.
Really. I'm
And
gonna
coming
try
up with names, I said, hey, I'm going to call the mushroom pizza Bobo. We don't even really need to have it on there because you can make your own and say, hey, let me have a pizza with mushrooms on it. But I put it on there because I love
it
her.
sounds
Just-
amazing. It sounds real.
It's different mushrooms on
Yeah,
there.
because you use different mushrooms. I was say it's
yeah.
not just the
Right.
typical.
Yeah, just how we treat our mushrooms is different too. I mean, a lot of people won't do it. They just chop up mushrooms and put them on the pie. I mean,
Right.
we're baking water off of them.
Wow.
We cook them in olive oil first, and there's a bunch of stuff. Everything
love
we
that.
do is an extra step. How are we better with every single ingredient? How are we better? How can we get better, Joey?
You're not
with
just
every
tossing
single-
things on
No.
there. I love that.
Everything is treated. Everything is something's done to it.
You're
Yeah.
just a little bit competitive, aren't you?
Well,
I am.
if
I am.
but if you
I
think
want to be
about it,
competitive in a kind way, though.
yeah. I mean, you want
I'm
to
not
put
a
out
vicious person.
Well, you
yeah.
want to put out quality food. If you're going to put this out there and have your name on it, you want it to be good.
Right.
So, but mushrooms, it's a interesting subject because there's a high water content.
A lot
in
of
mushroom.
water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you just toss them on a pizza, you're going to have
Well, you're going to get
cool.
a soggy pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
One of my buddies out in California, really good idea. I was watching a video online. He put some panko on his pizza, so when he puts his mushrooms, the water goes into the panko.
Yeah, so you get a little different texture too. That probably changes
different
things.
texture. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's a really good idea.
I like this. I like the fact that you saute them and you
bake them off and
that's
get the water
cool.
out of them, saute them, so it kind of brings out the flavor of
Definitely
them
coming
too.
in for that.
Yeah, mushrooms good. I'll make it whatever you want. So.
That sounds so good. Okay, so your desserts. We had a cup. I think we had the
chocolate
yes.
pecan.
So good.
Yeah.
So they're all from scratch as well.
Yeah, Miss Debbie makes all that stuff, so you got to keep me out of the desserts. I'll fail.
Yeah.
But she's really good. We make sheep pan cheesecake.
Ooh, wow.
But everything is freshly made there. We don't buy it and then
and you can tell.
We don't buy it from Cisco or whatever and then put it on a plate and give it to you. We're making it.
Yeah, you can tell. One bite of that brownie and I was like, oh yeah, this is definitely
that's all
scratch
really.
made.
Yep, it's made homemade for
Yep.
sure. We don't make the Rice Krispies. We have to buy those. We make Rice Krispies.
Yeah.
It's all whipped up there and made with love. Miss Deborah's awesome.
Yeah.
Good friend of mine.
Yeah, that's cool. So you have a lot of friends and people that you trust that have all kind of come together and helped you bring this vision to life.
Yeah, it's family right now. I have a niece and a nephew working in there, and then Joey's like my brother, and then Miss Deborah, and then we're really small right now, but I know here pretty quick we're going to need a bunch of people.
So do you feel like this was kind of a calling for you?
I used to wonder why. I was so busy in the clinic. We'd see 100 and so patients a day in that clinic, and I'm like, and I'd wake up and write down recipes and get up and get in the kitchen 3 or 4 in the morning working on stuff. And then I asked God, why pizza, and he just put in my heart, it's about my daughter. So I know she's going to need money the rest of her life.
So you didn't really
needs.
touch on that. You have a daughter with special needs.
I have a daughter with special needs,
Okay.
And then I really felt he's training me, maybe just to give her a job. Maybe she loves to organize and she loves to cook or act like she's cooking, and maybe just to give her a job, and that's fine with me. I know right now the pizzeria gives these good people jobs, and we do okay, but we'll see where the Lord leads, right?
Well, you talked about your physical therapy and how you love helping people.
I do,
and owning a restaurant and really caring about putting together quality food and all of that, that's all the same thing. It's the same thing. You're feeding people. You're making
really
people
are.
happy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't want to feed children. My children have to eat my pizza. So I'm going to get the best. I don't want to put poisons in them. And then, when you know about stuff, you're going to get it right too. You don't want to put a bunch of bad food out for people to eat.
Yeah. Do you think that being a researcher has kind of given you an edge on pizza making?
1,000,000%.
Yeah.
I see it in a whole different way. When I got into the pizza world, and I say the pizza world, there is a whole world. I mean, it has a Mario Brothers, and it has a Louis. It has all these different people in line. It has a McDonald's and a Grimace, and it has all these people. There's a ton of people in this pizza world.
Sure.
Yeah.
It was really about tradition, and you don't want to get outside of a tradition, right? So when I'm looking at it, I'm like, well, I'm going to stay away from tradition. I'm going to go with science. I'm going to really take a look at why they're letting dough rest on a piece of wood for 4 or 5 hours, why they're stretching and folding, So when you start looking at that stuff, it really starts to blend because science does meet tradition.
Yeah,
There's
for
a
sure.
reason they do it. They've just, it took them 40 years to figure out how to come up with that.
Right.
You just know why they do it, though. You've learned that because of your research.
Right. I mean, there's people that make world-class pizza or even bread, but they don't know. They don't know how they get there. They just know that that's what their fathers, their grandfathers have done.
Right.
And that comes out right, and don't mess with it.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah. But you want to know why. And
I'm the kind of
which
person
I-
that wants to know, why are you stretching and folding?
Yeah.
know?
What's that going to do? What's
Right. Why'd
what's
you
the
put ice in
chemical
your dough?
balance in between? Yeah, between this. Yeah.
Right. What, you don't wash your hands and you're cooking dough and you're smoking cigarettes and you're touching your face and you're making dough. And by the way, all that doesn't matter. You put that dough in a 600 degree oven and you inoculate the pizza, right?
Exactly.
So it kills everything. So pizza's super safe to eat.
Exactly.
Right, because you're killing everything on it. But it comes out phenomenal, right? Pizza just comes out phenomenal.
Yeah.
And there's reasons for it. I'm like, I start picking that apart.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah. I think one of the things that I loved hearing was your story of how you really wanted to go all the way back to, traditional bread making. I mean, like all the way back to biblical times and, really bring that into your dough making. And I thought that was so cool.
Yeah, we didn't invent fermentation. That's invented by the Creator. That didn't happen by accident too. When you start looking at a yeast cell, it's such a complex organism.
Yeah.
It's not a simple organism. It's extremely complex. And how it metabolizes flour, eats flour, and it runs the process of energy. It's a very complex organism. And how it interacts with starches. I mean, it's just fascinating. To me, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nerdy and stuff. But how can I use that to ferment this bread the correct way?
Yeah.
And you start looking at how they did it a long, long time ago, and they knew. They knew. Someone had to tell them.
Yeah.
It didn't happen by accident. So we try to focus on fermenting that way the best we can.
Sure.
Yeah. Wow. Well,
I love that.
This has been absolutely fascinating.
So cool. Yeah.
And I'm so excited, so glad to have gotten to know you.
I know.
Oh, thank you guys. Yeah, me too.
You're just a very fascinating person.
Cannot wait to share more of your story.
Yeah.
Well, thank y'all.
Yeah. So Mia Marco's Pizza. It is at 15939 IH35 in Selma, right at 35 and Evans Road. And you said you're closed on Monday and Tuesday, I think, right?
We're closed on Monday and Tuesday, yes, sir.
So Wednesday through Sunday, you can come by, and only in the evening now.
Only in the evening right now.
Yeah.
When we open up the inside, we're going to do lunch.
Okay. So pretty soon, maybe by the time this podcast comes out, we'll be opening. They'll have a dining room where you can sit down. But right now, just come by and get some. You can either eat outside there or take it home with you. And you're going to want to try this pizza.
Seriously. I mean, if anything at all, after hearing this podcast, just go and try a slice. I'm telling you, we will not steer you wrong.
It's good. I got to stay away from it. I love pizza, man. I got to stay away.
I do too.
I can't eat too much. Although ours is pretty healthy. I just got to.
It really is. I was actually surprised. And, I think a lot of us deal with family members who have gluten issues and who have, I have family members who can't even eat pizza and they love it. So I'm so excited to,
gluten-free is good stuff.
Yeah. I'm so excited to bring them so they can give it a try.
Well, even if not the gluten-free, just the fact that it's already fermented, it's not going to ferment in your belly.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yep.
Exactly.
So you're not going to leave feeling sick.
That's exactly right.
All right. Well, Derek, thank you.
Well, thank you guys.
Thank you so
Appreciate y'all.
much. So cool.
Mia Marco's Pizza, 15939 IH35.
Yes.
Susie, we will be back again next week with another great interview.
We absolutely
I don't know who it's going to be, but it's going to be good.
Another amazingly talented. We have so much talent in the city.
I know,
so
that's
cool.
true.
Really.
All right. Well, until then, why don't we go eat some pizza?
I'm ready.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
Let's head over to Mia Marco's. All right. Derek, thank you again.
Thank you so much.
Thank y'all so much.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.